Hey, this is Fred with Rescue Methods. Continuing on with our ladder company series, we're going to talk about some overhaul techniques. Once again, very basic. We're going to show you maybe a couple things that you haven't seen in a while. Different ways of pulling ceiling, different tools that we're going to use, and maybe a different way to use the tool. One of the things that I like to do, and I learned this probably a dozen years ago from Mike Champo from New York City, actually is where I got this technique. He called it the punch technique. And it's for drywall ceilings, and it works really, really well, and you expend a lot less energy and get a lot larger pieces of ceiling down when you use this technique. And basically what you're going to do is if you have a D-handle Z-hook or a D-handle pike pole, you're actually going to flip the tool over and use the D-handle to punch through the drywall and basically make stitch cuts in the ceiling to get large pieces of ceiling to fall in one fell swoop. And it really, really works well when the ceiling's wet. So if the ceiling is wet, you can bring down a lot of ceiling sections with minimal effort instead of putting your pike up in there, quarter turn, pulling it down, and getting small chunks to remove. We can get large sections of ceiling down very quick. So we can get up there, we can check for fire extension, and we can clear that attic area, that ceiling area of any hidden voids or any hidden fire. So I'll demonstrate how to use that technique. Like I said, it works very, very well with drywall ceilings. When you get into plaster and lath, it's not going to work nearly as well. You got to use more traditional techniques, but this works really, really well with drywall. By flipping that tool over and using the D handle and making those stitch cuts, I had roughly a 4x4 section of this ceiling down in a matter of seconds, and I never actually had to go up and hook anything. Just by making those stitch cuts, it basically fell under its own weight. So it's a very, very quick and easy technique to get large sections of ceiling down for your overhaul operations. So it's just another tool for the toolbox, something to think about, but that's how you can use some of your hand tools in an out-of-box way of thinking. So like I said, I learned this years ago from Mike Champo, and I have used it on the job numerous times, and it's always been a big benefit for us and our ladder companies.